Latia, what are you doing?
Don't ask questions.
Hello, everyone. I am HD Paladin, otherwise Paladin. I'll be your DM of this episode of Tampo. Let's go around and say hi to our players. Let's start with Latia, who is doing stuff with her hands.
What up? It's
Hi,
me.
Latia.
Hi, I'm Camera. I'm Latia Jaquise, and I am playing everybody's favorite Mangangaya Ranger, Pilar, who tried to get her. It's not even her chicken. Just tried to get the party chicken killed last week. I'm gonna pass it to Josh.
Hello, I am voguing, and I am Josh. I don't know how to do that. I typically play the eye, the gold gnome Babaila. We'll see if that holds true for this session too. And I will toss it to. Let's go to CB.
Oh, hi, season's greetings. My name is Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Bard, and today I will be playing Manalo, the Umala God Dragonborn, grave robber rogue, who is cursed in many ways, and his armor, which was somewhat held by a really mean, not so mean tiger spirit, just came crashing down in front of him, and we're going to see why. And now I'll pass it over to Murphy.
Being that
I said Murphy.
Being that Murphy cannot currently speak.
Hey, I'm Murphy.
Yeah.
What's up?
He's getting there. As his mother, I'm Lucia. I feel like I should do something special now, like a voice or something, but I don't really have the courage to do that. So I'm playing Gaita. She's an old lady who likes to hit stuff with her big sword, and she's really mad that she didn't get to kill this thing last session. So we'll see what she does.
Listen, it's not my fault y'all couldn't kill it.
No, but it is.
It is though.
No, but it's not though. It's not
It is.
though.
It is.
But it isn't. Like if y'all just did more damage, it'd be dead.
If you hadn't given it so many hit points, it'd be dead.
Actually, the realty, if one of us had counterspell, it would be dead.
But alas, we have three people who don't cast spells very much. And I don't have counterspell, so.
Okay, so it is Josh's fault then. Got it.
Look, it's not allowed to me by my class.
Yeah, fair. Before we get into tonight's episode, I do believe we have some sponsors and some thank yous to say. Thank yous to say.
Yes, very good. I thought I would use today's ad read as an opportunity. I've been recently. With this whole pandemic dragging on, I thought like this is the ideal opportunity to maybe learn a new skill, maybe brush up on something. And I haven't done theater in a long time, but I thought that I would take some time during this pandemic and brush up on my Shakespearean classical theater skills. So I've been preparing a monologue that I'll probably use for like auditions or something at some point. And I just want to use this as a chance to practice, maybe get a little bit of like constructive feedback. So just give me a moment. Gotta get ready. To buy or not to buy? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the sales and savors of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of players, and by opposing send them to roll die into the deep no more, and by a purchase to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural stalks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to play, to creep, to keep, perchance to dream, Aye, but there's the rub. For in that hit point press, what dreams may come. When we have shuffled off to narrative foil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so adventure given. For who would bear the whips and scorns of dice, the oppressor's wrong, the proud DM's contumely, the pangs of disprized love, the rules lawyers delay, the insolence of liches, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes. When he himself might his critical hit make with a bare bodkin, who would dragons bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the joy of something after initiative, the undiscovered dungeon from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those tales we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus, conscience doth make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of exploration is cushioned o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment with this regard their currents turn awry and lose the name of action. So, seek we not, be turned away and let adventures fly. Visit the shop at Hit Point Press, and if thou'st discounts spy, let the link in chat guide you when you seek it with thine eye. So what do we think? How'd I do?
Can we make sure that gets highlighted?
Right?
Yeah, please. That was extensive.
That was good.
That
Yeah.
was like
That
legit.
was very good.
Like for a moment, I want to be like, no, I'm not having this, and I'm like, wait, hold on,
right?
let me just listen. This is
Kudos for having pith in there. Like, hot damn.
Yeah.
right.
It's just to be or not to be that I spent like half an hour editing. It's fine.
I mean, but it's still you're still
Yeah,
doing it quite well.
Worked. Right?
Jeez.
Fair enough.
Yeah, my ad read won't be quite as well as that is, and I
Do you not
probably
have a full Shakespearean monologue parody already? What?
no. What I have is much simpler than that. Hi, welcome to Sesame Seed Street, and today the word of the day is fuck. Fuck! I forgot my dice vault. You know where you can get it? At Arcade Spectacles. Fuck! I forgot my spell tracker, and I don't have the means to remember what I do. Go to Arcade Spectacles, and you can get it too. Fuck! It's someone's birthday, and you can go to Arcade Spectacles and get a gift card for all of your D&D needs. Fuck! I don't have any D6s and I'm a rogue, where you can get the Glacial Spring or the Arcane Royalty D6 set from Arcade Spectacles. Fuck! I should know to roll my hit points when I heal, but I don't know how. Well, you can get the potion bottle from Arcane Spectacles. Fuck! It's past June, but I still want some Pride merch. You can get a Pride Month Dungeons and Dragons mug for only $15 from Arcane Spectacles. Fuck! If I don't know how to end this ad read, so I'm just gonna do that now. Bye. I also want to talk about Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms.
Do you know?
Idle Champions is an amazing game you can play whether it's mobile on your computer or on your console, featuring many popular and famous Dungeons and Dragons characters across the board, as well as many that we see in different streams, including a certain Aarakocra monk from Wireless of Waterdeep that's going to be appearing very, very soon. I'm just saying, I ain't gonna say no names, but I could, Dahani. I could. And also another character that's going to be appearing. I actually don't know. I don't know which one it is. It could be one of two. I'm pretty sure I know which one it is, but I'm not going to say it just in case. Either way, check out Idle Champions. There's a code in our chat. It is WIEL SOWP swap and GOAD goad. Put on that code to get an Electrum chest in game. The code is also above me on this overlay. So if you didn't understand the word I just said, valid, you can just get it above. That's us.
Sorry, I'm trying
The
to
whiplash.
Oh God.
I guess I also want you all to know very clearly, Josh is awesome in the sense that he takes the time to think of these ad reads. I look at something on my desk and I go forth. It was here, so fuck.
Oh my God.
The duality of man, indeed. The duality of man.
Look, today yours was the funnier bit.
But yours was a more thought-provoking, like insightful, making me feel things bit.
All bits are valid.
All bits are valid,
I can
including the
breathe
bits
again.
you give in chat when you
I
donate.
knew you were going to say that because I was going to say it.
Boop, boop.
Okay. God.
Let's
Is this
play
revenge for
some.
last week? Shit.
Probably.
Let's play some Sina Una.
Let's play some Sina Uno. We're heading off into tonight's adventure of Tampo. Play the intro video. Oh my God. Hello! When last we left our players, they had just finished up combat with the unknown entity known that they've called Non-Talk. Shapeshifter they've been chasing for now 2 islands. The creature known as Non-Talk escaped at the last moment before death. Manalo communicated slightly with the things and energies that were fueling him. And then Hali Hali Ma, the great tiger spirit of the forest, crashed into the deck of the ship they were on. And it is here that we find ourselves resuming. What do you all do?
Aren't you supposed to be giving that to the Maiden of Blood? And why did you decide to fly here?
Hali Hali Ma is not responsive. The breathing is ragged. Hali Hali Ma is getting all the signs of just being unconscious right now.
Oh, neat. I guess with nobody moving to finish the job on Hali Hali Ma, I'm gonna poke him and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. You walk over and you tap him slightly, and you cast Cure Wounds. Please roll your dice.
You're good. It's 4.
It's 4. You summon nature's energies around your hand. You try and push it into Hali Hali Ma, but something's blocking it. You're not quite sure what.
Well then, can
What do you
I? Well, hey, he's not. It's not working. Normally, when I cure people, it works, and it's not working.
What do you mean?
He's not waking up.
I will poke him.
You poke Holly Ma, and there's mass there. There is skin and clothing there, but there is no response.
Are they dead?
They're breathing.
Okay.
So I actually felt my spell. My spell didn't connect at all.
You sent your spell forward. It went off, and there just was no result of it.
Okay.
Perhaps may I try something?
Yeah.
I will have Hari come and join me, and I think we'll together maybe try to cast like a lesser restoration on Holly Ma. See if perhaps they're being afflicted by something that we could restore them from.
Go for it.
I do it as Hari will come and kind of perch vaguely in the space that is Holly Ma's chest area. I'll place a hand, and between the two of us, we'll take a moment. I'll mutter some words. Hari will do a little chitter as a bird or something. I don't know, and then lesser restoration cast.
You summon forth this divine conduit of energy into Holly Ma and into you, and sending it forward into Holly Ma, and there's no effect.
I don't know then. Probably just napping.
Does he look, aside from he looks like he's just crashed into the deck of a boat?
He is covered in numerous slashes. There's blood covering all across his robes, and the wounds on him aren't just slices. They appear to be like parts of his skin were
Taken?
not taken, but just torn, like being cut with something that isn't extremely sharp.
Can I kneel next to him? And this is weird. I'm gonna put my hands on him, but can I appeal to the spirit in my tiger pelt, try and figure out what the heck is wrong with him? Just sense the spirit around me and see if they know what's going on here.
Sure. Can you roll me a nature check?
I sure can try to do that thing.
And I do believe you do get bonuses from your pelt.
Yeah, I do.
And
Yeah.
I'm there too, seeing that they are kneeling down and trying something. I will place a hand on them as guidance.
And I will use your D4.
Okay.
That's cocked. Okay. What's 15 plus 7? That's a 22.
22.
Okay. You think, trying to ponder this, and you feel some of the experiences of the tiger pelt swarming and helping your thoughts out. And you come to this realization that some creatures, when they harm, they don't just deal straight damage to someone's health. They ensure that there are blockades that stop them from recuperating. Most are temporary, but temporary can mean a whole lot of things.
Okay, so kind of in the sense how the gunpowder from Agusan was meant not to so much damage physically, but spiritually, with the sense of taking spells from people.
Yes.
The damage done to Holly Ma is that same kind of, in a similar vein.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, I will tell that to everybody. I'll say, well, Holly Ma has been not only injured physically, but spiritually.
But we're certain that they're not dead.
No, he's breathing.
Okay.
but he's been prevented from recovering, possibly as quickly as intended or at all. I don't know yet.
Sorry, repeat that for me.
I said he's been prevented from recovering either as quickly or not at all. I'm not sure yet.
That sounds like it's probably going to be a problem.
Well,
when I spoke to them last, again, they were going to take my previous armor in order to have an offering for the Maiden of Blood. I don't know why they're here now, but if they were attacked, not much, I would assume, could do this. Perhaps the offering did not work.
well, does he have Manala's armor with him?
In his hand.
Does it look any different from the last time I saw it?
Looks a lot bloodier.
Okay.
I have one last thing I could try. If we really wanted to, I could try one last thing.
Okay.
I'm going to once again with Hari there take a moment, and I'm going to cast Aid, which, as you know, mechanically gives you 5 additional temporary or 5 additional hit points to your maximum hit points for the duration of an hour. So Halima should have 5 more hit points to their hit point max for an hour until it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Just see if that does anything.
Let me look at the exact text of the spell real quick, because that might do what you want it to do. But
Okay.
depending on this wording,
it's not temp HP,
Yeah.
which is what I'm specifically thinking about.
No, you cast your spell, and you see your spell start to take hold over Halima, and you see his eyes open as he breathes in sharply and coughs up blood, and awake looks ragged.
Oh, good job, Dai.
If it doesn't try the work, though, never mind. I can't get the sentence out. It's okay.
Why are you here? You landed in front of us.
Halima looks around. I shouldn't be here.
That was probably noted by the way you flew in through the sky and landed in front of us.
Halima sits up very slowly, and you see that what it's made for itself for bones are creaking as it sits up, visibly popping back into place.
It's no longer in tiger form, right? It's like in a human form, or is it a big old tiger?
It currently looks like an elf.
Like an elf, okay.
Just shifting and popping its makeshift temporary bones back into sockets.
May we ask what happened?
Someone angered her. Someone ruined her other offerings. I thought it was just the one shrine that got tampered with, but someone messed with all of her shrines.
Who would do such a thing, and why would they risk the ire of the maiden?
I don't know. She gives us strength, gives power to Babylons. She helps us in her own way.
I thought she hated everyone. That's what it seemed like whenever we spoke about her to anyone.
Some people don't understand. Some people don't get. Some people don't see the road if it's not laid bare before them.
We ran into one. Well, it was uninspected, but we ran into one who was seeking her out. But we do not know what their ultimate goal is. Perhaps they have done something. I don't know what they would do, but there's a possibility. They ran away. We almost killed them.
Did you? Were you close?
I would believe so. Most people, when they have the upper hand, they have no reason to run away. And this one did.
That person knew all the ways to hurt her, knew every way to upset her, to take her grace from us.
Sorry, are they referring to non-talk? I think it's speaking in general.
When they say they're referring to non-talk.
Okay. I wasn't sure if they had an idea. I didn't want to start speaking or something. But they spoke about wanting to be with her or something of that effect. I wonder if their true goal is not to be with her, but to be her, take her power. I do not know. They seem angry.
You can't take her power, but you can disrupt her connection with us. You can take away her blessing, reject her gifts, and incur her wrath.
So Nontag did that to rile her up.
Yes.
Is that fixable?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I thought giving her this would slow her down, would try and appease for the forest shrine, but it's more than just our shrine. It has to be more than our shrine.
Where is she?
We were talking in the forest, and she grew angry, and she threw me.
You can see Manalo just look towards the forest and says nothing. Well, like his face, like his body shifts towards where he believes the forest is, like away from like the water area, and just kind of stands.
I have to go and warn my children. I have to go.
Are you still in need of the armor that you took from me?
Huh? He holds it out to you.
I take it and I feel like a slightly warm liquid on it. Oh. If you needed it, I was fine with you having it for a little while longer, but it would seem it is no longer of use to you, and therefore I potentially could learn more about it.
I thought it would help, but it doesn't. It didn't. It didn't.
Is there anything that we can do?
I don't know.
I mean, we know potentially what did this.
I would start with the shrines. The forest has its own shrine, and all people here, each city has its own shrine to itself, dedicated to her. Seek that out. Seek that out first.
Pardon my lack of knowledge here, but do we know what we could do to fix the shrines, or
There have to be offerings in them. The forest shrine. Someone emptied it, left nothing in there. I'd see if it was stolen from or broken. I have to go.
oh, if you have to go, then I mean, feel free to go. No one's stopping you.
Holly Ma stands up, and you see the bones finally shifting back into where they're supposed to be. And you see as Holly Ma starts limping, he starts walking, and you see his form start to gradually grow and elongate and grow fur and a maw, and you finally see this large tiger slowly walking across the lake towards the forest.
As he gets to like 60, 70 feet out, I go, oh, wait a minute, my spell's gonna end in like 50 minutes. You better be careful.
Holly Ma is already on the beach and heading deeper into the forest.
All right, well, the tiger's gonna pass out somewhere.
What do the rest of y'all do?
What are Jada and the Datu doing right about now?
Jada is currently standing behind his dad. The Datu is looking at just the blood trail very calmly, looking at the huge impact site of Holly Ma, and then slowly turns his attention over to the four of you.
So where's your shrine?
On this boat.
Does it have all of the offerings in it, by chance?
I guess we should look, huh?
That seems like a very, very wise thing to do.
He opens a paneled door on the ship and waves you all to follow him as he steps down.
I go.
Jada stands right behind you and walks backwards down the stairs.
He stands behind me?
Yes.
You're gonna fall.
No, I'm not. I've walked backwards plenty of times.
Okay.
Why?
Why not?
Because you'll walk into things.
Not if you know where things are.
Gonna stick a foot out and trip him.
He's looking plainly at you.
Oh, never
Like he's
mind.
already going down the stairs and he's looking at you.
And I'm in
Okay.
front of him.
Okay,
So you trip him.
I'll give it a little bit. I'll like walk fast past him once we get past the stairs, and if we have time, I'll like, just stick out like an ankle and just trip him at that point.
I just want to put out the logistics here. This is a man who, his casual distance of foot to the ground when he takes a step is about 6 inches,
Yes.
which is a quarter of your body size.
Okay, I will tabletop him, and by tabletop I mean I will be standing there, and I will come up to about his waist, and he will trip over me.
You squarely do not come up to his waist. You come up maybe on tiptoes to like a little above his knee.
Well, I don't know then.
For you to actively trip someone requires a lot more effort. I'm really sorry about that.
Dang it. Never mind. I try and I get kicked and I probably go, oh, sorry, my bad. I'm being very clumsy. Sorry.
He just nods acceptingly as you all head down further into the ship. On this lower floor, you see at the far end is this stone accumulation into a shrine. Carved out works where there have been patterns carved into each stone is lined up. There are multiple different jars on this altar, and on some of them you can see are carved two people on a boat to symbolize two people going down the Black River. There is small bits of meat and food and flowers and jewelry, unsalted meats, and just general goods, all of which have been thrown across the walls or destroyed.
Who else has been down here?
No one. Not that I know of. But this is bad. This is bad.
Before today, had Jada come down here?
A couple of times.
And we have our culprit.
We also have a problem. Hali Ma said all the shrines. There's one in the forest, but there's also one in Baga and Dian.
Wait, aren't we in Baga right now? Oh, you mean the actual city, not the floating flotilla?
No, that's my mistake. You're currently in Baga. I should have said Iraga.
Iraga. Okay, I thought so, but I wasn't sure.
No, thank you for the catch. Yeah.
Yep.
I should have said Iraga and
Iraga.
Dian.
Tomato, same difference. Same thing.
Iraga.
Clearly not.
So Iraga, and what's the other city?
Duyan.
Thank you.
Duyan-Duyan.
Duran.
Not to be confused for that.
Don't God damn it. So 4 in total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Iraga,
one in the forest. Baga,
forest.
Iraga, Dian, and the forest.
Thank you.
Hali Ma would see to the forest, and I can see to this one, but Iraga and Dian need to be warned. They need to have their shrines looked at.
How do you fix a shrine once it's been desecrated?
You need craftsmen and you need Bylons.
Well, luckily we know a Babylon. I don't know if they know how to craft things, though. They tend to be quite lazy.
If
What are craftspeople? We don't have any craftspeople.
the Babylon and the craftsmen don't have to be the same people, but if there is a shrine, somebody made it. And we can
Oh,
get the
I
people.
understand. I thought you meant that the Babylon has to craft things. Because if that was so, I believe we would not be able to do such a thing.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't do that.
That is clear. I don't either. That is fine as well.
It's not entirely common for a Babylon to be also a Pandai. So you're fine.
Shift over to Talarock like, hey!
Just over to Talarock, just like, money!
Like, I'm doing what I gotta do.
If only my friend Talarock were here. He'd be very good at this.
So we need to beat feet back to Iraga.
And we need people at Dian.
Where is Dian?
So if you look at a map of Tulunan,
I'm looking right now.
yep, it's on the far side of the island from Araga. There's an entire volcano in
Cool.
the middle of going from A
Great.
to B.
It's time to split the party, everybody.
Here we go.
Who gets Sisu?
Me.
That's fine.
We probably should not be splitting the party.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Could we? Here's a very legitimate question. Could we go to Iraga and then anger the Maiden of Blood somehow and get her to throw us to Duyan Duyan? Because that seemed like a very efficient method of travel.
I will point out that Holly Holly Ma is a very large, very durable spirit. We are all fleshy meat sacks.
We all have spirits. What are you talking about?
I actually don't know if that's true.
I would love to see you turn into a very large tiger spirit right now.
Okay, I will admit that I cannot turn into a tiger spirit. Nor can I turn into a tiger. I'm pretty much just always a gnome.
I just want to point out that getting thrown from Iraga to Duyan Duyan, if we don't hit the volcano between them, would kill us.
Sorry, I'm imagining someone like being tossed from A to B, hitting the side of the volcano and just spiraling off somewhere in the forest.
I didn't say I wanted to do it. I just am suggesting it as a possible means of transportation that's faster than walking.
Just like falling's bad enough, but falling in like a cartwheel fashion is nightmarish, especially
Just
if you're falling down.
Just starfish. Just terrible.
Just pure starfish Gmod ragdoll down entire miles.
So, I'm sorry, Gaita, you were saying.
While we're down here, can I turn to the Datu? The Maiden of Blood is intelligent, correct?
Yes.
Does she remember faces?
Yes.
Would it be fair to assume that if one person had desecrated all of these shrines, that she would recognize them?
If what desecrated them was the thing that you were fighting that changed its phase.
Right, but also the whole, she's a spirit and such, would there not be some kind of your face changes but your fingerprints are still the same sort of thing?
What are fingerprints?
Your spirit is the same?
Changing your form does more than just change your skin. You know this, right?
So if we were to bring this person who had done all of this to her, that wouldn't make her less angry?
I don't know. I truly don't know. This has never happened.
All right. Do you know anybody here who might be able to help us find this creature?
No. We are traders and we bend light. We study under a tome. We trade. We don't have much in the way of active hunting. If you wanted someone like that, you'd have to go to Adlaato.
Hmm.
The best hunter on this ship is foreseeably either my son or your friend. And he looks at you, Pilar, when he says that.
I look at Jada just to see what he does.
You look up at him and he's blushing. You're not quite sure at what, though.
I roll an insight check on Jada.
Go for it. Go
Sure.
for it.
I'll roll an insight check to see why Jada's blushing.
Cool.
Nice. 15.
15. It was definitely at like being put into the same sentence as you.
Oh boy.
So you've never had anyone from here or nearby who's maybe pissed her off and you've just sort of let her deal with it?
There have been people who anger her, but those were individuals acting alone. People who didn't hide, people who didn't offer up properly, people who thought to challenge her, whether it was a person or a spirit. But no one's ever done something like this before.
Is the destruction of this shrine, would it be seen by her as an act of a negative act on the entirety of the flotilla?
It would be seen as an act against from the entire island.
Okay. All right. Cool. Great. All right. Cool. We've got to fix this.
We're talking about a spirit of angered love. It'd see it as an attack from the entire island.
The Black River hath no fury, etc., etc.
Black River, nothing. This is the Maiden of Blood.
It's a phrase. Don't worry about it.
Can I ask
Maiden
you
of Blood.
to go?
I believe we are our fates. They seem to be on this path already.
Yes.
Is there anything I can do to assist you?
I don't know. And then, no, Manalo just stops. He almost says something very, very rude, but he doesn't. He is learning to have a filter.
I feel like Pilar kind of looks sideways at him and realizes what has happened and is like proud, but not external.
Look, if anybody knows him by now, you know what he was about to say.
Is it perhaps possible that well, you tell me how pressing you think this is? Do we need to send someone to? You said it was Duyan.
Yes.
While we go to Uraga, or is there time for us to make it to both places before something tragic happens?
I don't know.
Okay.
But those three that attacked alongside that thing have been standing guard for a long time. If each shrine has guardians like that because of what that thing did, then I don't know.
Sure.
I think it might be a good idea if Jada stays on the flotilla for a while.
All right.
Like,
Good.
I was gonna say, like, no offense, Jada, but if our enemy had been on the boat for however long as you, there's a chance that it destroyed the shrine as you. And that is, I don't want you to get hurt for something that you didn't do.
Jada nods slowly. I don't want to make people mad at me.
No one-
Manalo just, as the conversation is happening, Manalo just walks over to the water, and just washes off the bloody armor as best as possible, and then takes the time to put it back on.
Okay.
I know that some individuals with more arcane powers have ways to communicate messages very quickly across vast distances. Does anyone here on the flotilla have that ability?
I was literally looking at the Babylon spell list, wondering why they didn't have send and continue.
Fun fact. Baga doesn't have a Babylon.
Do you have anyone who casts any spells? Literally anything
Yes, but
of that variety that might be able to communicate across vast distances quickly.
we've never had a need for that.
So you just have nobody who knows that type of magic. I'm
We
just
keep
confirming.
we keep hidden and we dive for pearls and fish.
Okay, well,
they
that's
have
fair.
they have everything that they need right here. Why would they need to
You know,
contact people across? I mean, might be a
In
good
case
idea. to
something
learn.
terrible happened, hypothetically, the Maiden of Blood was upset. Something, I don't
So
know.
we should prepare for an unprecedented event.
I mean, arguably,
Manalo, just from the water. Well, if you have anyone who might be out at sea and you're not there, technically you might need to contact them as well. Not necessarily anyone outside of your community.
We
Back to
haven't-
watching.
For the record, you're outside the boat that they're all currently in.
Because
For the
we're in
record-
we're underneath it.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
for some reason I thought we were back up. That's
No.
fine. I'm not in this. I walked away. Bye.
Yep.
okay. Well, one final question. Then. Do you have means to send a message via courier or some fast-moving individual that would be faster than all of us moving on foot back to Iraga or to Duyan? How quickly can you get someone there? Should it hypothetically be needed?
We have one method. It is faster than being on foot.
May I inquire what the method is?
He nods and starts walking back up. He leads you through through parts of the city, going across the flotilla, and you wind up at a stables. Inside, you see a really large binturong.
Like how large? Like multiple people could ride on it?
Like 3 people could easily like be on its back and it would be fine.
Okay.
Wow, that's a big old bit wrong. Does popcorn exist in Sina Uno?
No, but it does smell like butter.
Okay, it smells like butter. Okay.
So just hypothetically, how fast could someone get a message to, let's say, Iraga or Duyan with the assistance of this creature?
Within a day and a half, 2 days, maybe.
Sure, which is compared to refresh my memory.
Around a week to get anywhere.
So less than half the time. Here's an idea. Could you send someone that you trust on this creature to Duyan with explicit instructions based on what we've seen and have to take care of here, to get together a group of armed individuals to go and reclaim their shrine and then hopefully begin to repair it, and then we can go after we visit Iraga. It just seems like perhaps we should...
The one person I would trust is my son, but he is to stay here. There are people who can ride it, but not many people who can fight with it. but I would allow you four to use it to move faster across the island.
Could all four of us fit? I feel like I'm like maybe count as half a person when we talk about weight, but
How fast does it travel?
Fast.
Faster than a very large chicken.
chicken?
A little faster.
what if I traded you my very large chicken for this binturong?
You
Just
better
a
not.
Just a small shake of the head from Lucia.
You better not.
It
You're
belongs
taking
to
this
me.
chicken.
It's my chicken.
It's not your chicken anymore. It's our chicken.
I have the deed.
There's no
I paid the
deed.
down payment.
There's no deed.
It's in my name. I pay for the car insurance on this vehicle.
I'm very glad Manala isn't here.
At the volume that Dai is speaking at, I'm pretty sure Manala could hear, because Manala already has like heightened senses.
Oh yeah, no, 1000%. Like as he did like one last wash, she like looked over,
Just hears in the distance, "It's my chicken!"
looks back down.
Meanwhile, Sisu is still on the boat with you, Manala.
No. Sisu didn't go up on the boat.
Oh, that's right. It
So
was
Sisu's with all of you while you're talking in front of it.
Okay.
If you
That's
want
fine.
to sell your chicken, I can buy your chicken, but I'm offering you to use the binturong for now, for free.
Oh, sure. I'll leave my chicken here so that you have a creature to ride should you require that. So we'll trade and then we'll trade. I don't know.
I think what Dai is trying to say is that we would leave Sisu here because Sisu cannot travel as fast as his binturong. And once we bring back the binturong, we will take back Sisu.
Yeah. It's like, it's like a
As
loner
long-
situation.
As long as you start moving soon.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
sure. Someone find Manalo. Where did he go?
But don't we all need to be on some sort of transportation to keep pace?
No, we'll ride the binturong. The binturong is, I assume, big enough to hold all of us.
All four of us?
Keep in mind, this binturong is about the size of a very, very large bear, with the added benefit of being nimble and able to climb.
Okay.
So like it could carry you four, given that one of y'all is essentially carry-on luggage.
So we're basically riding Appa right now. Good to know.
Yep, motherfucker.
I'm like
Yep.
30 to 40 pounds. This is easy.
I'm like a lot more than that.
I'm
It
like
balances out.
just a really big burrito.
Yeah, you kind of make up for the fact that like Manalo is, biologically speaking, a really dense muscled creature.
Yeah, between Manalo and I, we're two people.
Yes, 2 whole people. All right. Well, I mean, if everybody's agreed, then we'll do this thing.
So
I
where are
agree.
we going?
Well, if we can travel much faster, probably Iraga first. This is kind of on the way.
Dion is closer.
Is it?
It is.
I
Yeah.
guess we'll go there first then.
How far away is it?
Dion is around a day and a half away. While Iraga is around 3 days away.
Okay.
Does Dion have like an animal that like personifies it, like a mascot or anything?
Yeah, actually.
I just want to know what it is.
Oh, Carabao.
It's a carabao.
Yeah, it's Carabao.
Cool.
It's not like a very hungry wolf.
Stop it! I was going there and you ruined it.
I can't stand y'all.
I'm going to give negative inspiration for every Duran Duran reference.
I literally was like, hungry like the carabao. I was gonna think of a song. You ruined it. Thanks.
I'm going to give negative inspiration. It's not in the core rulebook, but neither is Sina Una. So I'm going to give negative inspiration for Duran Duran reference.
Okay, wait. What does the carabao sound like again? Like, whatever.
Like, it's just a cow. It's just a cow.
Oh,
It's like a
it
bull.
sounds like a cow.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Is Jada with us?
Jada stayed on the boat.
Okay, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna go back to the boat I'm gonna bring Sisu back to the boat. I'm not gonna bring Sisu on the boat, but I'm gonna bring Sisu to the boat.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go find Jada.
You go and you see Jada slowly putting pieces of the shrine back together.
Hi.
Hey.
So we're leaving,
Yeah.
but we're borrowing your binturong,
Okay.
and we're leaving Sisu here.
Okay.
Can you speak? You can speak to animals, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Please take very good care of Sisu.
Okay. Take care of Benny, please.
This was payback. This was
This
payback.
is payback. No, that's not the
Payback.
animal's name. I promise you.
No, yeah, it is now.
No, it is now.
It is now. Nope.
It is now.
Nope. We're not taking that back. It's done.
Yeah, you're not taking it back. I'm taking it back. I just want to hurt y'all.
It's the fact that we all facepalmed knowing exactly why that was said.
Yeah, no. His name is Naxakai.
Oh. Naxakai. Naksika. Yeah. Naxakai. Cool. So like don't die, okay?
I'm not gonna die.
Cool. Then it is settled.
Mm-hmm.
I hold out my hand to shake.
He grabs your hand and pulls into a big bear hug.
Titty.
If that.
Yeah, Robogoblin, if you're in the chat, can you please give that and only that of Latia just saying titty?
Don't do that.
We want that on Twitter, and I'm gonna respond to everything she says for the next month with just that gif. Thank you.
Robo,
If you're
Robo,
there,
I will pay you $20.
I will double on that to make it an even 40.
Come on.
I'll make it 50.
Oh my god.
$50 for a gift of Latia Jaquise saying titty. What up?
You know what? Fine, but you have to spell it Tiddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only way I will accept this. So yeah, her arm kind of come around awkwardly and like pat him on the back and just like.
Now, are you reaching up or like just around the waist?
Like around wherever I am, wherever my arms are.
Okay, so you're about the midsection. You can barely get the tips of your fingers to touch around him.
Cool. And I just like awkwardly pat him.
You be safe.
You too.
I'm gonna work on this shrine some more.
Okay.
I worked really hard on it the first time.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. I'm sorry that it got ruined.
Yeah. Feels bad that someone used my face to do it too.
Yeah.
But if you find more of me, you have to punch me real hard in the head. Can you punch me real hard in the head for me?
Yeah. I can do that.
Thank you. Okay.
Now if I ever see you again and I go to punch you, the you that is in front of me in the face, you've got to say that you're not you.
Okay, I will.
Okay. I'm leaving before this gets awkwarder. Because I've still got to talk to Sisu.
Okay.
And I go upstairs and I cast Speak with Animals and I talk to Sisu.
I would probably be speaking with Sisu via Speak with Animals, so you can just come in as I'm doing the same thing.
Heck yeah.
Are you talking with Sisu?
Yeah, maybe just wanted to let you know that I'm going to leave you here with my friends for a couple of days. We're going on a trip, and I'll be right back. Don't worry. Well, yes, actually, that is the case. They're going to take very good care of you.
No.
What do you mean?
I'm not staying.
What if I asked you very nicely? Because it would be a great favor to me.
You are soft, and you need to be protected.
You're right, but I have my friends to protect me.
And me.
But what if I told you that there was danger that could come here, and I need you to protect the people here? They are in more danger than I am, because they have nobody to protect them.
They have Jada.
That's true, but this is a very big boat, and Jada is only one person.
Jada is very big, and you are very small.
But I'm real big too, though.
Yeah, that's true.
He is like an egg.
He is like an egg. But compared to what we might fight, you are like an egg.
So I have to protect the egg.
We want to protect the you egg.
And I will protect the egg. That's what friends do. They protect each other. I am friend.
You are friend.
You make a good point, but sometimes friends do favors for their other friends.
Yes, like protect them.
But other types of favors, like if
Like
you ask
them.
someone very nicely to do something different than what they wanted, they might do that instead.
But then I couldn't protect you.
Yes, that I'm aware. But I will be bringing my friends to protect me, everyone else, and then you can be my friend here to protect everyone here.
Yes, I will protect you.
Okay.
The best way you can protect the eye, Sisu, is by staying here.
You see Sisu thinking real hard about that.
I'm going to turn to Pilar very quickly and not speaking with animals. I'm going to stop, clucking and balking like a chicken for a second and go, I think I might just tell them that I'm staying, but I'm not going to be around for a day or two, that I'm going to go hide inside of my bed and never leave. To just guard outside the door because it's too small and deaf for them to fit in. And then they'll just believe that I'm here. What thoughts? Is it a bad thing to lie to my chicken?
What a sentence. It's just a little lie.
It's what we call like a white lie. It's probably fine.
Yeah.
So where are we going?
Yeah, so I've changed my mind. I can't go anywhere. I'm not feeling well, and I'm going to go inside that small cupboard over there and never come out.
Okay.
And you're going to have to stay on the outside to make sure that no one gets in.
Okay. Get in the cupboard.
Very good. I'm going, and I will make a big show of walking over. I didn't prepare for this. Oh, no.
Oh, you're not?
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch this.
While you figure this out, Manala, what are you doing? You're pretty sure you got the blood out. You got the slickness off.
We are in the Bay of Baga, correct?
You are on the flotilla currently.
On the flotilla, yeah. We're technically not on land.
Correct.
Is there anything... It's going to be weird, and I apologize in advance. Is there anything that I might have on me that might be able to, like, hold, like, a vial or, like, a small little container that can hold, like, liquid? Even just a little bit?
Like, you can get water skins here. You can also get, like, pouches that would hold liquid, but the size of like what would normally be held with a healing potion.
No. As I wash it, there's very deliberately a spot that I don't clean.
Okay.
And I will do that, put it on, and I'll put it in a spot. I'll make like if it's like the side of the armor or something, so that the clothes that I wear is over that spot, so you don't really seem like it's dirty still.
Okay.
But that's what I've done so far. And her hearing, the commotion, of course, but don't really play into that. And yeah, I'm just waiting.
Okay. So then, Dai, what do you do?
So I'm going to walk towards whatever the little shed building is that I gestured towards. I'm going to go and open the door. Does it appear there's a second exit anywhere?
So what do you walk up to?
Just whatever, like small building, like ship's cabin. I don't know.
There are a bunch of different boats here. You can walk up to like a small boat that has nobody on it currently. Yeah.
Cool. Is it possible that this one that I happen to walk up to and open has like another way to get out?
Yeah.
A second door, a window?
Most boats have multiple ways to maneuver through it.
Okay, then I'm going to go in and I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to go in this door and I'm not coming out. So stay here.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk in, I'm going to shut the door behind me. And I'm going to be
There's
very
no
quiet.
actual doors in this world, but sure.
Whenever it looks like
it's a curtain.
I'll let the curtain go. I'll just be very quiet for a moment, and then I'm going to very sneakily go towards the other exit and try to escape.
Okay. What is your bonus to stealth?
It is a +1 paladin.
+1 paladin. Okay, please roll me stealth.
Yes, of course. 19.
19. Okay. You slowly back up. And you are out of the boat, and you see Sisu still sitting in front of the boat. Just you okay there, Latia?
I wasn't expecting the tiny buck.
The tiniest book.
Just a little of the buck.
Okay, what do you do?
Circle back around to where Benny the Binturong is, and we will get ready to go.
It's not Benny, but okay.
It is now.
To be fair, Dai does not know the name of the Binturong.
I sure don't.
Gaito, what are you doing right now?
I'm assuming that I'm still near the Binturong and the Datu.
Okay.
So I would like to speak to him once again while everyone is kind of busy.
Okay, what do you say?
You don't have many travelers come through here, right?
We have a few routine ones.
Have you, by any chance, met anyone named Danto?
Yeah, actually.
When?
When we last saw him? How long he's been... What do you ask?
When was the last time you saw him?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. What was he here for?
Pearls. He had a large sum of gold for pearls.
And then he left?
Yes. Stayed with us for a few days, then sailed out.
Did he say where he was going?
What's of interest of it to you?
I'm looking for my husband.
Does Danto know where your husband is?
Danto is my husband.
Oh,
If it's the same one.
maybe. He said he was heading to Monduk.
Did he say why?
He said he had business with some traders in Kalahan.
I have to ask. You all live on this flotilla and you are consistently burdened by this spirit that lives nearby.
Yes.
Why not leave?
You're an elder. You've had your years. Have you had children?
A couple.
Did you raise them up in a home?
A couple.
Do you remember your home? The house you helped raise them in?
Right now,
Yeah. Can you picture it in your head?
a bit.
Do you have fond feelings of it? Were you happy?
With my children, yes.
Yeah. But you're here now, right? You're looking for your husband.
Yes.
Do you know where your kids are?
One of them.
My son has talents. My son has skills. My daughters too. They're traveling right now. They send word every now and then, but I have to trust they're okay. He points over to the ruined beach where the ruins of old Baga are. That was our home. Our parents and grandparents lived there, and they told us stories of that place. Every day that the maiden is appeased, we get closer and closer to going back there, to going back home. It won't be as it was, but until then, we're together here. A lot of our children leave. They ply their trade in Tamanduk and Kalahan. They go to Adlato and become hunters. They learn proper craftsmanship and iron wielding over in Naraga. But no matter where they go, here is home. If we left, we'd always think of here. The good and the bad.
And do
Are
you
you
think...
any different?
What was the last part?
Are you any different?
I'll be honest with you, that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out right now. I don't know if I am equipped to consistently deal with all of this. I want to make a home for my children and I want them to be able to come back to it, but then the rest of the cost is the work. And I want to rest. But now my husband is gone and there is no home. It is like I am trading places, trading work. And I'm going to be a grandmother. I'm that old.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I want them to have somewhere to bring them. But establishing it, I mean, all of this work, Danto going out to try and solve the problem as he normally does. I mean, it's a lot.
Do you know how long I've been Datu of this flotilla?
I don't.
I have been Datu of these boats, of these people, for 4 decades now. Closer to 44. Do you know how many years I've spent having to actually work?
All of them.
No. Leadership always came naturally to me. I've never once had to second guess my decisions for the good of these people. My active work started with my firstborn. She was born and I couldn't just treat her as one of my people. That was my blood. That was my little girl. And then I had my secondborn, and I learned a lot from the first, but not enough to be prepared for her. So different. One so strong and one so clever. And then I had Jada, and then I didn't have my wife. He had 2 older sisters, who one by one left. But Jada chose to stay here. He's not clever like his sister. He isn't strong like his older sister. But he loves. And he loves his people. I've had to work harder ever since my firstborn was brought into the world. And it's been hard to make sure that they have a home here. I've had to work every day to ensure there's a good home here. But that's what a parent should do, right? Work for their kids.
I thought so. And yet, here I am, chasing down an old man because he believes that's his mission, is to work for his kids.
Is that what you're doing as well? Putting in work for your children?
I'm not sure if it is work. To me, it is it's another form of motherhood, and in a way, I am exploring who I am and who I could have been maybe a long time ago. I'm not reluctant to work for them. I am not reluctant to travel or seek or do the hard work, get hit a couple times. I'm just not sure where it's necessary when I have things I could otherwise be doing.
Are you better for what you're doing?
A better person, maybe. I'm not sure if it makes me a better mother.
Your kids are grown up. Yes.
As much as I would like to deny it, yes.
Then you, being a stronger person, gives them someone they can still rely on.
You have a good boy, Datu. He is kind, and I mean that not in a nice way, but I have a hard time believing that there is any malice in him.
He really doesn't have it in him. I have to ask. Are your kids married?
One of them is.
That boy will not respond to anyone's calling. Will not respond to anyone trying to court him. It's been happening for a decade now, and nothing.
You know, I think that there are just some people who truly are too good to know any better. And until he finds someone that maybe matches him there, then it won't happen. And if it doesn't, then let him be that way.
I know.
You want them to be loved in the way that you have felt it, but it is not always the same.
No. Pilar, what are you doing right now? The eye snuck off. Sisu is just quietly balking to herself in front of the boats.
Yeah, I was with them when that happened, so I watched at least the beginning of that. I watched the eye disappear into the thing, and no, I didn't see where he went. I think he's still in there.
So what do you do?
I'm gonna go introduce myself to. No, I'm gonna go to see Manalo.
Okay. You see Manalo finishing up with his armor.
Okay, cool. Hey, Manalo.
Yes.
Hi.
Are we to leave?
Yeah, we're gonna ride a big old binturong. It's gonna be faster.
Where is the chicken?
The chicken will be staying here for now. It's not as fast. She's not as fast as the binturong.
Okay. I've never ridden a binturong before.
I was just gonna ask if you'd ever seen or ridden a binturong. Come. You must sense this. It is very large.
he will come.
So now I'm gonna go to the Ventron with Manala.
As we're walking really quickly, just out of curiosity, does the armor still feel the same?
It feels the same. It's a little snugger because it has been like constantly on you. It's had time to kind of like shrink a little bit and get a little stiffer, but it's familiar to you and it's trying to get back into your form.
Cool. Yeah, just I will go with.
Okay. And then you're heading over to Bintrong as well.
Yeah, of course. Stealthily. I'll be very careful.
Okay. So all four of you, Gata, you were always in front of the Bintrong, who, while you're talking to the Datu, just wakes up and walks over to the edge of the little fenced-in area and puts two paws on the fence and looks at you and just mom.
You are not a chicken, but I do like you. And I'll sort of pet gently.
You pet, and this large Bintrong just goes.
That is a very interesting sound.
I think it's purring.
As the four of you reconvene there, the Datu opens up the fence, and it slowly just walks out, massive in size, towering over the four of you.
I pet it and I say, "Hello, Nagsakai."
It looks at you. It's been less than an hour.
Speak with Animals is only 10 minutes longer, but I.
Okay.
I'll cast it again. I'll cast it again. I only have my spell slots are only for Speak with Animals, clearly.
Apparently, yes. It is larger tongue over and you say hello, Naxakai. It looks down at you and just hey. I was sleeping.
I see.
Are we going somewhere?
Yeah.
It lowers itself down onto the flotilla edge and just waits and looks up at the four of you.
I suppose we climb on.
It seems like an invitation. I think we should go.
Where'd you come from? I thought.
Well, I'm not speaking with animals, but I'm present.
I thought you were.
That's a small man.
I went out the back door.
Oh.
It was the trick the whole time.
Maybe you should be quiet then.
And that's a nice lady.
Yes, let's go before.
And that's a big crocodile.
I'm just gonna climb on.
Oh. The four of you climb on. Okay.
Yeah.
Naxakai gets with all four of you on, stands up. And I assume you direct it to Dion. It goes, okay. It walks over to the edge of the flotilla, creaking and tottering the boats as it moves along. It gets to the water and just kind of sinks into it and starts swimming at the top. As you're about halfway across the water, you hear a ah! And you look back and you see Sisu running towards the edge of the flotilla. Like you can't actually see this because invisibility wall, but you just see this large chicken just flapping its wings as hardest as it can as it half glides down into the water after you.
Who gave it away?
Like you've seen Joust, how like when you fall off the cliff in Joust, it just goes.
I blame Jada for giving it away.
You see Sisu just trying her hardest, just. Ah! she is not flying but just really forcefully gliding in a way that really shouldn't be possible, and sails right past you. Sisu cranes her head.
How long has this been?
It's been the span of like 3 seconds that you've seen this.
No. I mean, since since I cast since we left, basically.
Oh, since you left, it's been about, I would say it's been about like 8 minutes.
So what is Sisu saying?
Friends!
Oh God.
Friends!
Okay.
As it passes, sorry!
To shore, Sisu. To shore.
Sisu lands near the shore and just stands on the shoreline, just kind of walks in place. Walk, walk, walk. By the time you get over there, the animals has passed, and Sisu just walk, 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 walk.
Latia is overjoyed. Pilar is exasperated.
Noxakai just reaches up and like pats the top of Sisu's head. And they talk back and forth, and with Sisu going and in the way that Bintrong sound, it's just meow, meow.
Monologist, why are the beasts screaming like this?
I think they're having a conversation.
I thought the chicken was being left.
So did I.
So did I.
Noxakai turns itself and faces a little northeast and starts bounding. And Sisu is just full speed sprinting behind. As Noxakai jumps up and grabs into a tree and starts jumping from tree to tree with the four of you just kind of grabbing on.
Is Sisu keeping pace?
Underneath, without any person on top of her, Sisu is like just a little behind, but is still within eyesight.
All right.
And that is where we're going to take our 10-minute break.
All right.
So we'll see y'all in about 10 minutes. We'll take a short break, stretch your legs, get some water, do a singular push-up. We'll see y'all in 10 minutes. Bye. And we're back. Hello, everybody. Last time we left off, our not heroes, but just our adventuring group started mounted up on a large binturong and went away from the flotilla city of Baga, and chasing after them is their beloved companion Sisu. And the 6 of you traveled through the night and eventually have to make camp from exhaustion, because keep in mind, this has been a long day for y'all.
Oh yeah, it has.
Yeah. You set up camp for the night. What do you all do?
Are we able to find somewhere enclosed to camp, or do we camp out in the open?
Can you roll me a survival check?
I can do that.
Just kind of find your way around.
Find my way around. 18.
18. Let me see here. On this section of the island, there's not a whole lot of mountainous terrain. But you are able to find like a small little clearing hidden away by a bog of trees.
Okay.
And you could make camp here.
I'll do that. I do that. With everyone's aid.
Okay. What do you all do?
I guess the first thing that I do personally is just like comfort Sisu because like she really hasn't stopped moving since she jumped off the flotilla.
You're comforting Sisu, and Sisu is kind of like shivering, just like head lowered in your lap. Just
I think I might have one more spell for the day, so I'll use it.
okay. What do you do?
Sisu, we told you to stay on the flotilla.
Sisu doesn't respond. Sisu is just shaking.
I just pat her head and I say, well, I'm glad you're here.
What do the rest of you do?
I mean, it's pretty late, I assume. We're just getting ready to call it a day.
Yeah,
right?
It's getting a little colder. Night is coming.
Winter is coming.
We are going to Duyan. We are going to go to the shrine, potentially help them fix it, or tell them at least. And then we will go to Iraga, tell them about their shrine. What do we do after that? Go see the maiden herself?
Not sure.
Hopefully find non-talk.
Yeah. Do you think it would be worthwhile to follow up with Holly Holly Ma at the shrine in the forest?
If that's where he is. He went
where he was
there
going. Yeah.
to sacrifice, well, to give the offering. I do not know if that's where he resides.
No. I'm saying what we're doing. We're basically doing an island tour of the shrines of the Maiden of Blood.
We should go to the last shrine. I understand now.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yes?
I don't know if visiting him is the most necessary.
Okay.
He was, at least from what I could ascertain, they seem a little territorial. I think they'll be able to handle it.
But we should figure out who protects the shrine in the forest if it's not Holly Holly Ma. Or is it? Am I misunderstanding that?
Holly Holly Ma is the spirit of the forest. So its duty to protect the forest would be a nature to it, not a duty to it.
Okay. Well, we shall see what happens once we go to Duyan and then go to Iraga. We do not know what to expect going to Duyan, nor how they might take the new information, that they might be in grave danger. I will. You all need more rest. I can handle myself. Well, I'm a little exhausted still, but I will take the watch in the middle of the evening.
Sure, that works for me.
I can take first watch since I don't need to sleep that much.
I'll take the last one then. I'll eat me breakfast in the morning.
Do you need help?
You're welcome to help, but no obligation.
I just feel like 4 old eyes are likely better than 2.
Yeah.
If you want to help, you're welcome.
So, Manella, what do you do on first watch?
I'm not on first watch. Pilar's on first watch.
Sorry. Pilar, what do you do on first watch?
Just sit, listen to the forest. Like the tigers, the non Holly Ma tiger spirit told me that I needed patience and understanding. I'm gonna try and acquire some of that.
Yes, the most patient method to get patience. Find a way to take it.
That's how I've said it, but that's not what Pilar is doing.
It is a stat I can grind out. I read you loud and clear.
Yes, it is. No, that's not like, especially after the fight with Nontog. Like, she saw that fight and feels that it could have gone, like, they could have taken care of Nontog.
Mm-hmm.
But she was actually like, she took a wait and see approach to that fight, and it didn't go the way she wanted it to.
Mm-hmm.
So she's kind of sitting and contemplating that and really just figuring out what exactly that means to her, like what patience and understanding means to her, and how that reflects itself in her life. So she's sitting with the animals and just vibing with the forest.
Okay. You listen in and you start to feel the feel of the forest, the feel of the island. This island is warm. It's kind of like Putawanan because of the volcano here, but it's warm here. There's a pleasantness to the air here. It smells fresh. It smells a little renewed. You can smell the waves of the water far away, but here you hear a lot of the night forest sounds. Insects and animals, croaks and calls out. And you listen steadily as the night goes on.
And dice.
Nothing happens.
I mean, that's what they're doing when we hear them, so.
Hey, CB, chill.
Please clip that face reaction.
Sorry, did I make a face or something? But the night goes on and you are at peace. Who has second watch?
Manalo does.
Manalo, what do you do on second watch?
I would get up, yawn. I kind of just do a head scan. Does everyone's breathing sound like they are asleep?
Mm-hmm.
What about the binturong and the chicken? And nope, the cow's not here. Is the cow here? No,
it's not. Noxakai is sleeping fitfully. Sisu, though the breathing has been ragged for a while, is sleeping peacefully, wrapped all the way around Pilar. Like front claws on like one leg, wrapping around head on the other leg.
I almost can't be seen.
It's a lot of feathers.
Valid.
What do you do on your shift, Manolo?
I'll take a moment just to assess and hear the sounds, listening to them. And then I get up and walk a little bit away, just to put a little bit of distance. They're still in earshot, so like I'm not away from them too far, but just a little bit away. Enough away that I can hear them, but they can't hear me.
Okay.
And kind of like just look around, not actually looking, but still just kind of scanning. By this time, I assume the blood that's on the armor has dried a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I take some time using the dagger that I stole, kind of scraping some of that blood off as best as possible.
Okay.
And I let that flake onto the floor, onto like the ground, kind of build up a little bit of a pile. I will then take a breath. I will use that dagger to make a mark in my palm. I will let some of that blood drip on top of the blood that was on the armor.
Mm-hmm.
And as I do, I'll kind of let my veins kind of shift and kind of pulse, kind of infusing some of my eldritch energy into it. And I'll just speak out. I heard you are angry. I heard someone try to give you an offering with the armor I wear now, and you did not listen. I have had many curiosities about who I am. And I feel that we can gain something from each other. For I know who has desecrated your temples and your shrines. And I have a personal vendetta. If you wish to, let's have a conversation. It doesn't have to be now. But as you can see, I am willing to offer a part of myself to have this conversation with you.
In our last session, I asked you to make a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you to tell me which you felt more in tune to your body, to yourself, or to the magic that you have.
Mm-hmm.
What was your response?
It was to the magic because I felt, at that moment, I felt like he wasn't really using himself. He was relying on the magic itself.
Okay.
Because he didn't know who he was.
Okay. As you call out, the blood on blood starts to, you can smell a small smoke up here. And you hear somewhere nearby, someone calling, not calling up, but just talking to themselves. What is he doing?
I will turn to see, or to sense out who might that be.
You don't sense anyone near you. Is he really baiting her? What is he doing?
I am not a fan of people speaking and not revealing who they are.
Who is he talking to now?
I'm talking to you.
I don't see anybody. Who is he talking to?
I speak to the one who is speaking right now.
Hey, if you're talking to me, can you say jackfruit?
Why do I need to utter that specific word? I am speaking to you.
Oh, okay, it's not me.
Jackfruit?
What?
Jackfruit.
You can hear me?
I can hear who this is. Who is this?
Oh. Oh, thank goodness. I don't have to use that jackass gnome anymore. Hi.
Who am I speaking to?
I didn't expect this so soon. You're wearing my mask.
Who? Am I speaking to the entity inside the mask that I tried to speak to a couple of days ago?
Yeah, I'm stuck in here.
I apparently killed you.
Yeah. It's complicated. Hi, kid.
I would like to say I'm sorry, but I do not know the circumstances in which why I killed you.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. It's okay. What are you doing with your blood here?
I am seeking out the Maiden of Blood.
For what?
We have been antagonized by one who seemed at first to be looking for them, but might have actually caused great turmoil.
Yeah.
And that might be a problem.
Yeah, the non-talk stuff. I've been here.
Yes. I was not sure if you heard everything.
No, I've been aware of everything.
I believe I have a theory, and that theory is, well, if something is going against her, she might be angry, but she is being affected. If I could work with her to stop what is trying to stop her, potentially, that might be something good.
Yeah, but Holly Ma tried to reason with her, tried to appease her too.
No, Holly Ma tried to give her something that did not belong to him in an attempt to appease her. He was wrong. I am not giving her anything but my ability to fight for her.
Do you think that's going to work?
I don't know. I have never tried.
I can't make you do anything, but I need you to stay alive for a little longer.
I do not plan to die again. Apparently, I've already done that.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
If it does not work, then it does not work, and I will try a different route. But I believe, whilst I try to help her, she might have answers for me as to why I am connected to this mask, this armor, the eldritch power that I hold. They called it eldritch, I believe.
Yeah, I caught that too. I don't know how to make sense of it, but that wasn't what I was doing.
And they connected that eldritch power to Baku Noir, but if I had to put on a scale, on one side the Maiden of Blood, and the other side a literal celestial eater who can destroy everything, I will put my bet in the Maiden of Blood to help me first.
I guess, but that's like pointing two guns at yourself and wondering which one's going to hurt less.
Well, I'm going to get shot regardless, so I might as well make a choice.
It's like you, isn't it? Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. You're making your bet with this?
It is, at the moment, the better of two choices. The other choice is to swim to the bottom of the ocean where people would receive their eldritch power. But I cannot breathe that long, I think.
They above where she's supposed to be, there's water you can actually breathe.
That sounds very complicated, and I don't think we have the time to be complicated.
No, you don't.
Which means I have to make a choice now. And it would seem that before I have the chance to appease or learn from Bac Noir, the Maiden of Blood might destroy everything first, so I might as well attempt to appease her.
You're really going to try and talk to her?
That is my current choice, unless something tells me otherwise.
All right. You need to give her food. You need to give her unsalted meat. You need to. She's called the Maiden of Blood. She doesn't want blood. You know. She wants gifts. She wants wealth. Like, if someone's going to court someone, they'd shower them with gifts, right? To promise them that they could help that person be happy. You have to do the same for her. Do you have anything like that on you?
Something that makes me happy or will make her happy.
Something that would make her happy. Like, you have to treat her like someone you want to fall in love with you.
I do not know the concept of love.
Okay. You want someone taken care of. You want them to be fed. You want them to have pretty things sometimes. You have to give. What can you give her?
I have a mirror. They might like that.
Sure. What else do you have?
I have a potion of healing, but I don't think she might need that.
I don't know. It's valuable. It might work.
I will take out my bag and I will bring out my mirror. I will bring out a greater healer, a potion of healing. Do I place it on the ground or do I put it at a shrine?
I mean, you're making a shrine for yourself right now, so we'll just put the pile. Do you have any food?
There's a chicken.
I mean, like prepared food.
Oh. Perhaps.
And your friends have food, right? Just take some of that.
Sure, yes. I will take some of the meat that I'm sure we cooked something.
Yeah.
The things I did not eat. I will take that and bring it over.
Okay. Try calling to her like you would a person.
There's like a vast pause. Hello, Maiden of Blood. I am to speak to you like you.
She has a name. Galit ni Magayon.
Galit ni Magayon. Understood. Hello, Maiden of Blood, whose name is Galit ni Magayon.
Oh.
I give you gifts. I believe we have a common enemy, and I am willing to ask for your assistance, and I will give my assistance in return. I know who desecrated your shrine, and I have a personal want to see him vastly mutilated. And I would be willing to help bring your shrines back to where they were. I will help you, if you wish for it. And potentially in return, I can ask you a couple of questions about who I once was. My apologies. I think the mirror is broken. No, it is not broken. It is fine. Good.
Can you roll me an Arcana check,
Jesus.
followed by a Persuasion?
Jesus.
You're not
I am
talking to him.
so here for this. I am so here for this.
Can I guidance myself on any of these?
You may not.
Okay. Well, sorry, I'm so weird about my dice. If they're not in the right place, I freak out. Okay. Arcana check. For me, that's not bad. That's a 15.
Okay.
Persuasion.
Persuasiana.
Ooh. What is math? 19.
19?
Yes.
About 30 feet away from you, you can sense out a mass of liquid moving forward. It starts forming up into feet, and then legs, and a dress, torso and arms, a head, and a large hat. It walks up to your impromptu shrine here and sits, its legs off to the side, balancing on one hand. Sitting down, it rises up a good 20 feet above you.
If I may speak, I believe you are Galit ni Magayon. My apologies, I actually cannot see you.
She reaches down and picks up the remains of food and consumes it.
I want to note, it probably wouldn't just be like remains. It's his entire plate that he didn't touch.
Yeah.
That's a lie. That's like one piece of meat that's gone. I hope it is good. It was eaten. It was cooked by good hands.
One sec. Hey, Josh, chill. Go get an ice pack. She reaches down and grabs the potion, raises it up, and drinks it.
That potion came from time spent and battles won. Hopefully it heals you of any ailment you may be holding on to at this moment.
She reaches down and grabs the mirror and holds it to look at herself.
I have no need to look upon myself because I lack the ability to do so. But I heard, if I am correct, that you are quite beautiful, and I am sure this will prove that.
She raises it up and puts it into her hair and looks at you.
I also reach into my sheath and pull out the +1 dagger. And I say, this came from one who aided them. I now use it to kill them. If you want this as well.
She reaches down and plucks the knife from you and looks at it keenly, flips it over, twirls it, and puts it up into her hair.
You are a mighty entity from the presence that I feel. So I am sure this ask from me potentially is not much to you. I do not want to place thoughts into your mind that aren't true, though. I am known as Manalo. I died, apparently. I came back as an Umala god without any knowledge of who I was. Though I have an inkling, I am connected to the celestial eater known as Baku Noa, unwillingly. At least this current form is. I don't know what the past did before. I would like to know so I can make a correct choice moving forward. And I feel you might have some knowledge or ability to help if you wish to. And in return, I will vow to not only destroy Nantog, who we have come to call them. I do not know their actual name, but I will destroy them. I will bring your shrines back to their former glory. And if you need anything else, I would not be against doing that. As you can see, or probably sense, I am quite neutral in my world, in my words, in my actions.
Men and women lavish me with song and praise. They give me entire fields of glory. They make for me charms of metal and gold, precious things for precious people. They give me furs and meat and spices and pearls. You give me honesty. You would help these people simply so I do not destroy them all. So why should I be inclined to assist you in that?
You mentioned honesty.
Yes.
I believe I have been very honest thus far in my life, and I will continue to be so. I do not care for these people. But I believe you have a purpose, and you have the ability to help me in mine. And I am willing to do what I can with the memory that I have now to help you in your task and help you in your glory, as you say.
What is your task? One called Manalo.
To understand the past so I can make a better decision in the future. I
Should
have I believe it is Gaita's goal to find her husband. I believe it is the Ai's goal to perhaps find peace, but also Perhaps he is bored, and in his time as a Babailon, he just wants a bit of fun. I believe it is Pilar's goal to be a better version of herself and continue to strive for betterness. I do not currently have a goal because I don't know who I am. Once I find out who I am, I then can have a goal. That is my task.
Your goal is to have a goal?
Yes,
Funny. You wish to help your friends?
I've come to like them.
You seek out a bargain.
I believe this is what this would be called, yes. Forgive me, my knowledge from the past slowly is coming back. I am struggling with some words.
Some call it a bargain. Some call it a pact.
Pact is easier to say.
You will help your friends. The Babailon, the mother, and my niece. And then you'll do what you were born to do, and then return.
I will help the Babailon, the mother, and your niece,
Yes.
and then I will find a goal after that, yes.
And then you'll return to me.
I can do that. What would you have me do when I return?
You would stay with me.
I have no issues with that.
Good. She raises up a thumb and with her nail slices the tip of her finger. Cup your hands.
I will cup my hands in front of me.
You feel one large drop of blood splash into your palms, and you can feel it seep in and harden across the back of your hands and your fingers and your claws up into your forearms. You can't see it, but you know you have a mental picture in your head of yourself, and it's red.
I believe this is when I thank you. I believe we could have an interesting connection.
Indeed. I look forward to your return, Manalo, and I hope you are successful in appeasing me. Rest well. And with that, her form... One second. Gonna give it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Her form becomes loose, becomes immaterial, becomes unsolidified, and you feel this deluge of liquid just pour into the earth, straight down.
I will reach out to the entity in my head. That, I believe, was a success.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
I think it went quite well. She could have obliterated me, to use that specific word.
Yes. Yes, she could have. But you're here.
I know, it is quite strange.
You should get some rest.
I
That was a
probably
lot.
should. I believe the eye has the next watch. And I will finish my watch, just kind of thinking about what happened. Kind of like slowly, I'm like feeling my arms. I can tell a difference, but not really tell a difference. And then once I am done, I will go to lay down, and the eye, you'll feel a mage hand poking you.
As Manalo returns, Pilar very clearly rolls over into Sisu's feathers. Wide a fucking wig.
Die's turn.
I suppose I'm awakened by this mage hand.
So, I, what do you do?
I'll probably wake up, spend a little time, make sure that everybody is good, everything's fine, look around. Was Gaita gonna wake up or no? I can't remember.
I think yeah, Gaito will probably wake up maybe 30 minutes after you do.
I'll give you a few more minutes before I make sure that you're up. But I'll take a moment to have like a nice quiet, like a almost like a little meditation, like chat with Hari for a minute. Then I'll make sure the Gaita is up, begin planning, putting together a little breakfast of sorts. A little bit later, as we're getting closer to the time when Manalo and Pilar are going to wake up. And yeah, just generally have like the most pleasant third watch after whatever that was. Yeah.
It's pretty calm this early in the morning. You hear some birds start to chirp in the distance.
Very peaceful.
Nog Sakai wakes up slowly, just and scoots up to what you're cooking, just sniffing at it.
It's not done yet. Wait a minute. I'll give you a little bit. Don't you worry.
Nog Sakai puts its paws underneath its head, just looking at it.
That's very good. I will let you know when it's ready. Yeah, definitely.
It stands up and wanders off and comes back, rolling a chunk of tree as a log, just rolling it towards the campsite, and it puts it in front of where you're cooking and just leans down and starts gnawing at it, waiting.
Very good. Yes. Excellent. That's your own snack. Nice. Gaita, I was kind of thinking. So help me figure out. So I know I've got rice. I do have a little mango. I'm trying to figure out what else to do for breakfast this morning.
I mean, my daughter was always very, very sweet inclined. If you wanted to make sticky rice, maybe.
All right, that's possible. I think I've got the things for that. I have to double check my bag.
Gaita's gonna sit down near Dai. I asked the Datu about Danto.
Oh?
He was there.
Like, recently?
He said about 2 weeks ago.
I would call that recently, yeah.
And then he said he was heading to Tamanduk.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think you know because I love these two. And she'll kind of like lip point over to Pilar and Manalo. But I'm here to finish off this creature. And then I have to find him.
Of course, that makes sense.
Mostly because I believe whatever it is the only leverage I have right now.
Sure. Do you have any indication or did they not know anything about why he was going? Just why Tamanduk? What's there?
Something about someone in Kailahan, I think, and he was there in Baga to get pearls. He said.
Okay. Ooh. So maybe taking the pearls to Kailahan. I feel like there's something missing that we just don't understand as to why he's doing this.
That's kind of the only inclination I have.
Yes. Well, I tell you what. Once we get this thing figured out, and we make sure that the Maiden of Blood, terrible threat, doesn't like kill everybody on the island. Get the shrines all figured out, taken care of. We'll get all that sorted out, and then I suspect Pilar's got 2 boats. We could probably make our way to Tamanduk. Probably, I would assume.
Is that what you want to do after all this is done? You
Well,
want
the
to come
baby
with
isn't
me?
due for a while, so at the very least, I don't have to. But the next real thing on my agenda is be present for when Rad and Poitog have the child. I'm just kind of floating around right now.
That I'll probably pick up that a kind of softness crosses over Gaita's face. I would like it if you came.
Well, I'd be happy to go. Happy, worst case scenario, we find your husband and everyone goes back. Or maybe that's the best case scenario. I don't know. Don't mind me, I'm cooking. But best case scenario, we find your husband, everyone goes back. We have plenty of time before they have before we become grandparents. But worst case scenario, at the very least, you're not sailing from island to island all by yourself, and we both know that there's some place we have to be. There's like a deadline, be there. And so, at least for the time being, I feel like it makes sense. And it's look, beyond that, it's just me and Hari hanging out, and I love him, but he's not very talkative. he doesn't laugh at my jokes.
Well, can birds laugh? I don't.
I don't know. Can they? And I'll stare at Hari.
Hari looks at you and
Yeah, he says yes, very clearly. He can laugh. He just doesn't laugh at my jokes.
Gaita, you see as the eye turns back to you, Hari does.
Just so rude.
Maybe along the way we can figure out what Hari's sense of humor is.
Well, it's not dad jokes, I tell you that much.
In any case, I do believe it would be good if I wasn't traveling alone, and I believe it might be good for you as well to not be traveling alone.
I very much liked, the last couple of weeks.
It is strange to feel useful again, I suppose, after the kids move out.
Yeah. After I retired, I spent a little time, I got my successor set up, and then I just sat around for a bit. I was like, cool, this is great. I love retirement. I haven't done anything for 3 days. And then it was like 3 weeks, and I still hadn't done anything. I was like, oh no, this is very bad. So then I was like, well, I'll get out. I'll go see the kids and whatnot. But here we are. It's been good.
I hope so.
I would like to apologize to everyone watching right now on stream who cannot hear, or rather who cannot see our behind the scenes chat, which is just full of jokes right now. Jokes because typos.
Jokes because of how English language works. Do y'all do anything else for the rest of your watch?
I think I'll make the sticky rice. I think that's a good idea.
Okay. As you're cooking, Natsukai is just literally just eyes on the food, just
Pat him on the head once. Slip him like a little spoonful as soon as it's ready.
Natsukai reaches out with its tongue, just
It
because of the size of the tongue, it engulfs your entire arm.
I did not expect that. Okay, well, no more until everyone else has some, and then maybe you can have the leftovers. Okay, wake up, everybody! Breakfast time!
Pilar, Manal, you wake up. Sisu wakes up as well and pushes you up, Pilar.
It pushes me up?
Pushes you up with its head.
Oh. I mean, technically, I'm semi-conscious, so I'm like awake when the eye starts clapping. But thank you, Sisu. Thank you.
I will slowly get up as well.
Okay. You all wake up and you all enjoy this morning meal with Natsukai eyeing for any leftovers. And
Pilar
Sisu
looks
grazing.
like she hasn't slept, but she has gotten with how long the watches have been. Pilar has gotten a full trance, but she looks like she hasn't slept.
Also, no more exhaustion.
Isn't that lovely?
What's
Mhm.
up, baby?
Is my hand up to my forearm still red? Both.
Yeah, you all see that Manolo's hands from claw tip to elbow is stained red.
Neat.
What happened to you? Punch a tree?
The scales look thicker and the claws look sharper.
Y'all will also note, should you choose to, or if you do, that Pilar does not seem bothered by this or surprised by this.
Question, Pilar, based in your Transiana and
Yeah,
how
what's up?
much you were there,
Yeah, what's
how
up?
much did you hear? I'm curious, as how much do you think? I mean, once she started her end of her rest, did she go to sleep before, or she was up the entire time?
She tranced. You got a little loud. I rolled
A little
some
bit.
disadvantaged perception checks.
I'm here for it.
I heard you saying things.
I
Didn't hear
was.
what you said, but she heard everything that Galitni Marion said.
You said she heard everything?
She heard everything.
Noted. Cool. Either way, he will look kind of like his head looks down. There was a little bit of blood on the armor. I tried to get the rest of it off. It seemed to stain a little bit, like a ink of sorts.
Well, have to wash it when we get back to the salt water. I think that'll probably do it.
Yes, it probably will. Y'all can tell, I mean, I don't know how much your passive insight is. He is still him. He didn't feel different. He didn't seem different. But there's like a finality to him. Like he seems focused. Before, he's just kind of always been like blasé. It's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm doing this. But he seems kind of to have like a goal. Not a goal, but like kind of.
Whereas he had just kind of been floating along. Now he has.
Yeah.
There is a path.
Like there is moments before where he'll like focus on something, but for the most part, he's always just like, this is good. Or whatever. But now he's like,
Sticky rice is really good.
And with this breakfast, this is where we're going to end our session for today.
Cool.
Yeah. So, hi, I'm HD Paladin. I've been your DM of the evening. Let's say hello to our players and see what they do. Let's start with Gaita.
Oh boy. Remember everything I do really quickly. Hi, I'm Lucia. I run Seer Sword everywhere online, so that's where you can find me. I'm mostly on Twitter. That's like my big one. I post everything there first. So if you want to be the most up to date, that's the best place to find me. I run a little shop called seersword.com where I sell dice, pins. Occasionally I do a candle update for like witchy, smelly goody stuff. Right now, I just did some stock dice that I stocked today. The metal dice that I put up have sold out, but I still have a lot of like really pretty sharp edge stock dice. If you want some of those, they're in my shop. Otherwise, I am on Josh's channel every week on Twitch. We do weird little crafts. I do weird little crafts. I make girlfriends on that stream. It's very fun. Otherwise,
you say that thing in the distance.
Yeah, we don't. That's my son. He's insecure. Don't talk about him. Otherwise, that's basically me. If you want to find me, Seer Sword everywhere. Josh.
Hello, my name is Josh, aka Joshua Simons, aka Joshua M. Simons on all social media platforms. I am a freelance tabletop game designer. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. And I am the assistant director of ambassadors at Jasper's Game Day, nonprofit organization that is tabletop gaming for the cause of suicide prevention. It's a good time. I'm also a Take This ambassador now. So all about representing mental health and good mental health practices in the gaming community is something that you can never have too much of, I suppose. I've had a blast today. I love that we have just had no dramatic big character revelations. Nothing big whatsoever happened this session. It was all just smooth sailing and chickens chasing us across the ocean. And I'm going to pass it to CB.
Yo, my name is Omega Jones, also known as The Critical Bard across all social media channels. I do way too much. Tomorrow at 1:30 Pacific, you can catch me on my channel for the official season 2 premiere of Let's Get Wildbound, barring no technical difficulties like last week. It was not okay. And it wasn't even on our side. It was on Twitch's side. How dare you? But check that out again on my channel where we start season 2 of this awesome, amazing campaign using Critical Role's Wildbound setting. On Sunday, you can catch me on for Dungeons and Durags on twitch.tv/I Need Diverse Games, where I am the DM and I'm leading an all-black crew through some of their first time playing D&D. It's a lot of fun. You can also catch me on New Pantheon Academia over on twitch.tv/Saving Throw Show, where I play a black as fuck student named Kawame. Who is connected to Anansi, the trickster god of stories. You also can catch me on Mondays for Realmsmith, playing Noggins, Satyr Druid, and many other things that I can't announce yet. I think that's like the biggest stuff happening for me right now. I'm also a Take This ambassador. Very happy to join this team. I'm a Twitch partner. I stream way too much, currently playing Back for Blood. Come to my channel for a Twitch drop to receive the beta yourself this weekend. That's me. I think that's it. Yep. Okay, go Latia.
Hi, I'm Latia, and tune in approximately 25 minutes when I just fight Paladin. I just fight him. I fight him hard. I fight him repeatedly. Not really though.
Look, we're in the same Minecraft server. Fight me.
Okay, it's fine. We're fighting. I'll stream it. You'll probably win because you're chaotic and nonsense. But anyway, you can find me across the internet at Latia Jaquise. When I'm not currently speechless over backstory stuff, I stream sometimes. I'm also the community relations coordinator for Money Cook Games, creators of such game systems as Cypher System and such worlds as Numenera. We've got a Kickstarter going on for three games. I almost fucked that one up. 3 games as a part of The Devil Made Us Do It. And we have we've met all of our stretch goals to get the games in. Now we're just trying to jam pack them full of good, awesome stuff. So if you are interested in heists or really good heckhound doggos or heists in different settings, check out the Kickstarter. Links in the chat right now. We appreciate your support. Other than that, you know me as the murder bird Eric Coker Monk from Rivals of Waterdeep. We're on a little bit of a break right now, but I think soon we will be announcing our season 11 premiere date. I'm also going to pass this to Bigby right now because we want to be nominated for a top D&D campaign award. So if you check out the tweet that I just passed to Bigby, and I would really love for him to put in the chat, you can tell everybody that you want us to be nominated for the Game Her Awards. That would be great. Other than that, I will be streaming in approximately 1 hour and 4 minutes for my usual After Tampo Super Chill stream. It's a little different, and it's a little different from what I usually do, and it's going to be fun. But other than that, you can find me on Twitter where I tell you everything else that I got going on. So I'm gonna stop talking now. Paladin, meet me in the parking lot of the Denny.
All right. There's a lot of days in between where I am in Washington, where you are in Illinois, so it's going to be a hot minute. But
You
maybe
know
out
which
back.
Denny's.
That Denny's. All right.
You know which Denny's.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Paladin. I'm a TTRPG content creator. I do this streaming here, and God, I write too much. I do a lot of work with a lot of companies. You'll see a lot more of that soon. I just finished a Kickstarter. I got 2 books coming out this year. I'm in a panic. Speaking of books coming out this year, Seeing It in a hardcover, they're shipping out on September 6th. If you want to see all the stuff we're messing with, you can go pick up a PDF copy or a hardcover copy, and it'll get to you in early September. Then you can see all the kind of stuff that I'm running these people all through. I'm running them through quite a lot, actually. Yeah, I always got more stuff on the way. If you want to see what I'm doing, just follow me on Twitter at hdpaladin, and I will see y'all later, I suppose. We're gonna go raid Burrito, I believe. Yeah, we're gonna raid our friend Burrito, and see y'all next week.
Bye.